So you want to know how to calculate an endless Turnmeter decrease comp? I got you covered. So in our case, we do Fire Knight 10, and Fire Knight 10 depends on freezes. So we got a bunch of freeze champions in here, and on the end, if we do everything the correct way, we got an endless turn like that, and I'm going to show you how to properly do it for your own. So of course, select your champions, and afterwards you go to consistency check, and it is pretty easy, but you gotta know it. In my case, I got a Valkyrie in there, so I know it won't be on turn 1 that the turn never ends and stuff. But if you do like 2 ally attackers, you probably want to go for turn 1, and I'm gonna aim for turn 2. I'm gonna select the boss like right here, and on the bottom right we have maximum number of turns. We put simply a 0 in here, and then you see right there we got a 0 too, and that's the trick, that's the only thing. But please don't click off, there's another thing you should know, because on the next part we want to like search for our speeds automatically and what makes sense and stuff, but you gotta know that your normal simulations are only 10. That means if you go for an endless kind of type and you have 10 back-to-back wins, it will display as 100%. So I recommend all the time, if you do stuff like that, because that can happen, that 10 runs back-to-back go on a win, and then you have a whole list of 100% in here, because yeah, it is just working. But the reality is you won't get like 100% on Fire Knight 10, because the decrease speed matters so much, so it's automatically never 100%. So you gotta press the button right here where you actually double check it. And of course, I put some presets in here which I thought like they made sense. I'm not gonna press every preset in here because it would make the time for the like, wait, let me show you. Like the time for that bar to go up will be increased like immensely. So I'm not gonna put like every preset in here. So I just put like presets with which I think that makes sense in here, and so on. And then on the end, you just press your start button and it's gonna show you stuff. But like, keep in mind, that button right here is super important, because without it, it's not gonna perform so well. But right now, you see the number, the percentage goes up like really fast, and sometimes it stops. So every time it's like having it found a team where actually like 10 times back to back everything went good. He's actually then double check it for 1000 more simulations. So at this point we are only on an 88.5% win rate at the moment. So we let the calculator calculate it a little bit more, so we actually see the numbers a little bit better and we got more results on the end. I will just cut to the end when the bar is full, and then we'll take a look and you see just the results. So at this point we found a team that goes well for 90.7%. That's really nice, but I also do know that it's not gonna be too much better, because I already ran that like to 100% and I saw the outcome. So I'm gonna stop right now and we're gonna swatch into the comp, and you just see it over there, like it is like going on forever, but it is a 90% chance. So if we put here, like, let me go for 100, and then we put it on, you will see here and there we get like a different outcome, because it is just a 90%, and that's how it is. So that's why the double checker is really important. So if you just don't use it, you see a lot of 100% runs that are actually not 100%. So I'm gonna give you a visual example of that comp that is actually working. So I will see you like in another video. So here we are. I already made a video about this. This is just a recording of an old video of mine. We're gonna press the play button, and I was talking a little bit in that video, but it shows you that it's actually working, and I actually used that way to create the team you see right here. And of course, you have more options, other champions, more imagination than I have, and on the end you maybe can get like a 97% win rate out of it, but on the end Fire Knight is always, let me skip a little bit, because I'm talking right there. Let me put it back when it's on auto. How long am I talking? Why is it not going on auto? No. So maybe you can find a 97% chance because like you have a little bit better team, better like, yeah, something in your mind or something. And right here, we are just showing off that it's actually working. So don't be scared to use something like that, but keep in mind the double check is super important for stuff like that, because on the end, I don't want you to go into a run and you thought like, oh, it's 100%, and it's actually not 100% because like you just simulated 10 runs and those 10 runs went well, but you know how it is. Sometimes you get 100 runs, everything goes nice, and sometimes you got 2 back-to-back runs where it's just actually failing. So keep that in mind. In this point, I think we gotta rotate back to our G-Nut and kill the boss off, because it is a great comp. Of course, it is not a like too much of a consistency, because 90% is kind of good, but not the best in the world. But keep in mind that is Fire Knight hard, and to be honest, I think it's the hardest. Yeah, it is the hardest dungeon in the game, so don't be shy to use comps like that, because there is no really good team that is like 100% on the end, so every single team could fail. Keep that in mind. Maybe if you found something or so, let me know, let us know. And I think that was everything I was supposed to show you. The team is working, everything is okay. Just put the maximum turns on a 0 on the specific turn you want to never to have a turn, so you can actually navigate your team around that. And yeah, that was all about the video, and like always, have a nice day.